Sometimes we see something negative and we think it's negative, and God's saying, let me show you my lens of it. Because when the persecution first started happening, none of the Christians were thinking, now this is going to advance the gospel, right? But actually, repeatedly, we see in Acts, every time there's persecution or something negative, there's a scattering. Now, often we would see that as negative. Oh no, they're now not in their safe communities. How are they going to operate? And God is saying, let me show you my lens of this, because now that they're scattered seed, the kingdom is expanding at an ever-increasing rate, and one of the most influential churches gets birthed because of persecution. If that persecution had not come, this church would not have been birthed. Now, that doesn't mean that God brings the negative things in our lives, but in every single negative context, it is a setup for God to show off his goodness. He didn't bring it, but he's able to use it. So we've got to see that repeatedly in storms of life. Okay, God did not bring this for me, but how's he going to use this? What's the impossible on the other side of this? Because there definitely is one. And I think sometimes we miss the impossible on the other side of it because we're too busy complaining to God, how dare he let this thing happen to us? He's like, I never promised you that it was going to be easy. I never said that you'd never go through storms. In fact, I guaranteed the storms. So just to bring full encouragement to all of us in this place and full certainty, 100% you will go through storms in your life. They are not proof that God has abandoned you or God is punishing you. In fact, they are a set up for the goodness of God to come in impossible measure. We've got to be looking for that thing, right? And I know that this is a very, very sensitive subject right now with everything that this house has walked through in the last month. I'm not saying this lightly, but it is true. Or let me say this, if it's not true, then none of this is true. Let's go home. We can't pick and choose that. We can't say, oh no, some storms just don't come out in impossible goodness being shown, but God is still good and real and alive and Jesus did die and rise. It doesn't work. It's either all true or all fake. You got to make that choice, right?